Hello, can everyone hear me and see me? Thank you guys so much for taking a second and being patient. I am really, really excited about this, guys, and thank you so much for joining because this is going to be, I'm not going to lie, it's going to be kind of crazy because we're doing something that is kind of almost impossible, to be honest. But I really think that if we all build this together, because guys, I can't build a team by myself. Let's be real. This is an entire AI team that we're building. And we have to be able to figure out exactly what the problems are in order to build that. And that requires a team. So I wanted to do and just jump into development right away. But I'm going to be completely honest. Yay! Hello, Marina. I'm going to be completely honest that there is so many things that we have to cover before. And so I'm like, maybe we should have an episode 0. So I've kind of got a little bit of a game planned and a little bit of a, I guess you could say, an overview that we're going to have as far as our, oh yeah, I'm generating music, by the way. If you guys don't know what Sonos is or Sumo, it is amazing. You can generate any type of music at all, like anything. I'm not even kidding you. All you need is to know the style, and then you can create lyrics, or you don't have to. So like, for example, I'll just show you guys. Tell me how cool this is. Do you see this? This is the style that I'm using. And then I have no lyrics because it's just instrumental. So all the stream music is going to be all based off of AI. So we're going to go here. And as you guys can see, I have a little bit of an overview, the website. It's playing the preview for the show. And then we're going to go to our build guide. So this is super duper important because, guys, you don't even need to know how to code to be able to participate in this. You just have to be curious. And in order to do this, we have to start with episode 1, right? We were going to do that and start with everything from building, but I want to talk about the foundations. So I have a reference guide here that is going to be all of our framework, as far as this is going to be our system, our compliance, and kind of our community that we're building as well. And I want your guys' input and as much support that you think that we need to build this, because guys, this is a big task, and there's a possibility we might not stay on track with this because it's AI. And let's be real, AI is kind of crazy sometimes, right? So we're gonna go with whatever we need to make sure that we understand that everything is compliant, that we're building for problems that need to be solved, and that we understand that landscape as well. Because yes, foundation is absolutely key. Yes. So I very much agree that we need to understand this entire infrastructure. That means that understanding the agents we're building is key, but also the compliance and what they need to be, as far as what do they need to abide by? What are the rules that they're going to operate under? So I've got entire little, I guess you could say it's like a minimum of a compliance rules list of 10. So these are going to be the ones that we're just going to kind of enforce and start with. And these are going to be the guidelines of how we're going to build this entire infrastructure. Because holy cow, is this important? I don't know how much I need to stress that. This is not just like building software. This is building, you guys, this is building a digital assistant, not even assistant, a coworker, a colleague. So we have to really think of this in the terms of, okay, if we are bringing someone on our team, or I mean, we're building a team here, but if we're bringing people on our team, what are the things that we're going to need to have them understand, and the rules that they need to operate within our organization, right? Like, what is our mission? What is our objectives? What are the goals that we want to achieve here? And then what are the rules that all of the people, aka our agents, what do they need to follow? What do they need to abide by? And how do we ensure that? Because absolutely, everything foundational is going to be set on the premise of Privacy, making sure our guardrails are set. So the governance is huge. Privacy, governance, and compliance, because we need to make sure that these systems are compliant. So we're going to go through a few of these, just to show you guys how these are written and the terms that they are kind of constrained in. So we have like never impersonate another creator, brand, or public figure in any way. Always match the tone of every episode, right? These are just examples that we're going to use. I want your guys' input though, as far as what you think that maybe we can implement and kind of construct within this that would make this better, because we want to build something that is going to be so architecturally strong, and that it's going to be not just built with intention, but thoughtful design of the relationship between the machine and humans, right? Because humans are always going to be in this. We're always going to play a key role in this, no matter what. We're the ones directing and guiding and orchestrating these systems. So it is very, very important that we understand how we're architecting these agents. So I'm going to go through a few of our framework. So tell me what you guys think about this. We've got 4 parts. We're going to have 18 episodes. We're probably going to have 19, because this is going to be more of a higher level overview of what we're doing and how we're building this and how we're going to really architect everything to make sure that we understand what we're building. We're going to have also 40 prompts, which these are also accessible all in the stream. If you check in the stream bio, you can see all of these. That we have the build guide, the community as well, which will give you the tracker for every single individual episode. And then we also have our basic resources that we need to build this. So this is going to be in your build guide if you go look underneath the bio, and you'll see that we've got prompts that are available. So these are just plug and play that are also just really helpful. You don't have to do anything. You literally can just copy paste, but you will need to create the role and what the task is. So I will go through that in just a second. So we have the foundations. This is going to be our entire dev setup. We were going to do this today, but after my class today with the Harvard Agentic AI intensive, they stress so much on the architecture and the framework before jumping in and building. And I think that that's the smartest strategy and way to go about this, because I'm going to be honest, guys, this is kind of crazy as far as how much we have to implement and how much things might deviate. So this little guy right here, this is my what's it called? Disclaimer. This is my disclaimer, because this is also a learning experience for me as well. So take that and be mindful of that we're all learning and building this together. So this was our episode for today. But like I said, I think it's more important that we focus on the strategic way that we're going to go about building this architecture. What we will learn in the next episode, though, if you guys haven't already done this, it might be awesome if you guys could get a head start on this, is going through the episode 1, and we have all of the what you will learn for each individual episode. Follow along activities. So these will be the things that you will go through and complete each individual task to set up your framework and make sure that your dev environment is set up. And then we also have each episode for each of those, for each part, because like I said, there's 4 parts. So I'm going to show you the prompts really quick, just so you can kind of see an overview of them. So these are all, like I said, you can use them in Claude, ChatGPT. They're placeholders. Just remember that. They're placeholders. That's why we have to build the architecture and understand the framework that we're building, because placeholders are placeholders for a reason. They're not meant to actually to create or produce or to execute anything. They're just meant to hold in place. So this is an example of one. You can literally just copy it right here on the website. Like I said, it's in the bio. You are an expert AI agent architect. I am building a blank role agent for blank purpose. The agent will be used by who? 2 main tasks. Write a complete system prompt for this agent that includes clear role definition, 5 rules that it must always follow, 3 things it must never do, 1 example of a perfect response, and make the language plain and direct and no corporate jargon. The reason I started it with this is because I feel like sometimes with corporate jargon, it can be very complicated to understand underlying intention and not really knowing what or how a system or an agent is utilizing that information. So we're taking it to the base level of understanding, what do these agents do? How are they doing that? Who are they doing it for? But we are the ones that are guiding that and perfecting that, because we need to make sure that's a pretty solid in our execution. I also have for every single prompt, we have a why it works. So this, like I said, prompts are define everything. They're the architecture, they're the framework. But like I had said, weak systems and prompts, guys, that's just set up for failure, for bad, for not good. And to be completely honest, we don't want to build anything without having a strong understanding of what we're building in the architecture. And system prompts are very, very powerful. If you do them without understanding, if you build them without understanding how powerful they are, it can lead to some consequences and problems that we don't really want to see. So let's just try to use a very, very strict and a very compliant way of understanding of how these are architect, right? So following for this episode and for this series, I would like for us to have some type of reference or prompt that we can use as a guide and a reference, so that any type of agent that we're building, it's easy to understand like what that prompt or that template looks like. So if you guys want to use these, I think that would be helpful for all of us to kind of stay and track, to understand like, okay, we're all building this together, right? And if you're building this then it's going to be a learning journey for all of us. And I'm excited because this is such an exciting time. Like, we get to build things and systems that, guys, I'm not going to lie, I'm never the smartest person in the room, but this tool, AI specifically, holy cow, can it make you be able to create and achieve things that, wow. Like, you can build a website in 2 minutes. You can create an app in 5 if you know how to prompt correctly and you understand the parameters. And if you have a coding background, that's even better. But you don't have to. You really don't have to. And I'm kind of building this around people that don't really need to have that, so that it can be an easy introduction with understanding how important it is to really build out the architecture and understand that architecture to the point where we're not just engineering these solutions and creating these systems. We know what we're building, and we know how to talk and engage with these systems to delegate them properly, because that is so important. Like, don't know how much I could stress that. It's insane. It's insane, actually. Okay. So we will have our first episode. Obviously, this is our first episode, yes. But our first constructional episode will be the next episode, because this is, like I said, our overview, and I really want to go through this and make sure we understand everything. Resource-wise, what do you have available to you, how to connect, and really just how we get set up for success from the ground up. And I'm also learning everything about content creation as well, guys. Like, I'm going to be completely real, I suck at it. So I'm just going to go from the point of like, okay, hey, we're all trying to build up our business, our brands, trying to figure this thing out, right? And it's a learning experience for everyone, So we're going to be in this together, and I'm excited. I really am. I just did something, you guys. So while I was trying to open up one of the tabs, I accidentally closed out the YouTube chat. There's gonna be moments where I'm gonna be like, oh shoot. And that's okay, because this is live. And like I said, every mistake, every error, every lesson, every win, everything that we build is live. So there's going to be errors, mistakes. This is unfiltered. It's unfiltered and we're just vibing with it. So I am going to go to my, let's see, where should I go first? Let's go, I think I have, okay, so this is ChatGPT. If you guys have it already, that's awesome. If you don't, you could just go to literally chatgpt.com. I'm not even kidding you. That's literally how you find it. Super duper easy. But I have a tab here. I thought it was in my ChatGPT. Maybe. Oh, wait, no. Hold on, let me see. It's in. Where is it? Give me a second. Is this repeating? Why is this not playing? Okay, so first note, I have to make an AI system that is going to be able to manage the streams. That's one thing that we need to implement, because I'm seeing that as a bottleneck currently right now. I don't know if you guys are, but I definitely am. Because I'm like, hey, where's my stream? Why did it not? I had the stream team set up, but it didn't go through. I don't know why. So we're gonna need to mental note that for sure. I also have a document that we're gonna start with, literally just called bottlenecks. Bottlenecks for content creators. Stream setup. Cause no. And streaming. Multiple channels. Live, right? Because guys, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother ball game, a whole nother, what do you call it, rabbit hole that we're gonna go down, because we're setting this stream up, but I'm not an expert. I've done content creation before, but I am absolutely not an expert. So we're all learning this together and guiding this process and taking notes as we go, because we want to have strong indicators of our experiences. But also I have some resources that I pulled up from LinkedIn that I will show you guys that I think are really important to point out. So let's just talk first about what are the common and most common challenges faced by creators. I think that's a pretty good place to start. First and foremost, I'm going to be completely real with you guys. Content creation for this process and with AI and agentic systems has been I'm going to be real, like it's been insane. It's been a lot to create content and then also be able to edit content and post and do all of this. So I can completely relate to this, because these are pitfalls that, first of all, just from a content creator perspective, but not even from the marketing and the sales perspective, which is a whole nother area that, holy cow, I didn't even realize that that was such a big part. I know. How do you not realize that? It's content creation. You're selling yourself, right? But listen to this. So Shraddha, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Shraddha says that as a creator who successfully transitioned into agency ownership, she's gained distinctive insights into the challenges faced by those seeking to monetize their online presence. So the economy for creators is immense potential. Well, yeah, I mean, look how many people spend time on social media on their phones, right? A lot, including myself. But think about how much that translates, that passion translates into profit. Wow, spot on. And a lot of the creation, unfortunately, is spent on trying to figure out how to create content, but it's not even considering strategy for sales or marketing, right? So if we're looking this from a strategist, a social media strategist, that's going to be a role that we're going to need to create. We're going to need to build out a strategy mind. So this is going to be probably our orchestrator agent that's going to delegate, and it's going to manage and operate as like the director, our orchestrator. So that's what I'm thinking currently right now. But she says that self-promotion is essential for building an audience and attracting potential clients and customers. So if you're struggling to manage and monetize your online presence, here are actionable solutions. Invest in business education. So this is actually very interesting because a lot of people don't know how to sell themselves, right? So how do you learn to sell yourself? If you're a content creator, you have to create content, right? And content takes a lot of time, but you have to be able to sell yourself in order to create content that's going to be valuable. So thinking about mentorship, right? Crafting compelling brand, communicating the value proposition clearly and confidently. These are things that I don't really know how many people are actually thinking of AI helping with this as well. Because when I think about a brand, I'm like, okay, let's think about like what the goal, the mission, the objectives, what is the vision, right? Like how are you going to build that vision and make it come to life? Content creation is a little different in my eyes, because you've got a mission, but sometimes it's just a passion. Sometimes you're just sharing your story, and there's a lot that goes into that because you're sharing your story, and there's a lot that you don't know how you're marketing your story because you're passionate about it, but you're not really trying to sell it, you know? So these are things that I think that we need to take from right now, as this is information that is key in monetizing the actual processes and the entire like platform for our social media content engine, because our engine has to be able to generate profit and growth, but that's not the entire goal of this, right? Like, I think, to be honest, like, and this is actually something that I read too that really made me, this is a comment that I read from just looking at stats on LinkedIn and understanding the creator economy, because I was like, how do you understand, as I'm a creator, but I'm not consistent. I'm really not. And I care too much about how everything's looks and how that brand is like perceived, and me as a brand. And it's a lot, but I don't really know how to market myself. And I don't know how many of you can relate to this, but that's me. That's 100% me. So anyways, let me get back to this. So this is something that hit deep. This comment right here. This person named Aman Molman. I hope I pronounced that name. If I didn't, I apologize. Everyone says we're in the creator economy, but here's what I've been thinking lately. What if this version of the creator economy crashes? Right now, everyone is starting a channel, posting reels, chasing algorithms, studying trends. And honestly, I'm part of it too. But here's my truth. I hate recording myself. The camera, the retakes, the perfect lighting, the pressure to perform. I don't enjoy that part. But I love making videos. I love editing, the storytelling, the structure, turning an idea into something visual. And that made me realize something important. Maybe the creator economy isn't about being seen. Maybe it's about creating value in whatever form fits you. Not everyone needs to be the face. Not everyone needs to be loud. Not everyone needs to follow the same format. And if this attention driven wave crashes, the ones who truly understand creation, not just visibility, will survive. So skill doesn't crash, but if you love the craft more than the clout, you're building something sustainable. So maybe the real question isn't, is the creator economy going to crash? It's, are you building skills or chasing views? And to be honest, you guys, I read that today before this stream. And I was just like, wow, because I love technology. I really do. And I love how much it can help people. I really want people to be able to like to see how powerful it is. And I think for me, when I learned how amazing and powerful AI was and I was able to leverage that, dude, I felt like a superhuman. I felt so powerful. And I truly want other people to feel that as well. I want them to feel their own sense of power and capabilities with this technology because, yes, it's very powerful, but I feel like if we understand how to implement it safely, securely, and with confidence, not just diving headfirst into engineering it, I really think that there's so much more of a success for us to be prepared and to implement this with our passion in mind and our mission and our visions for whatever business we're building, brand, and understand how much of an impact it's going to make. And there's not going to be an answer for everything. There's not. We don't know a lot of the times what's going to happen. But I will tell you one thing is AI is so powerful that we can create almost anything with it if we know how to structure it properly. And that starts with the architecture. And we're building something, you guys, that is, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of crazy. It's insane. But I really do believe we can do it. And I want to do this with complete transparency. Like I said, I lost the stream for the chat. I accidentally closed it for YouTube. And I'm like, why did it do that? But it's okay because we're learning. I'm learning and I'm not going to be perfect. I don't have a script here. The only thing I have, because I do want to make sure that we are compliant, because I want to make sure that anyone that's building with AI and building along, or even myself, that we are building with safety, security, and compliance at the forefront, that we understand how important that is, and also privacy, because privacy is huge. It's everything. And we have to make sure that we are implementing this type of system, this type of orchestration system with complete understanding that this is not just software. I'm looking at you guys and saying, this is not just software. This is a digital human that develops and is going to not understand, but statistically take information based off of the sources and data that we're providing it. So we need to make sure that the data that we're providing it is also solid. And I'm talking like, we have to make sure it's sourced, verified, it's completely like accurate, and that it's information that we can trust is not going to be tampered with, manipulated, or changed in any of the processes or anything that we delegate to the systems and AI. Because guys, this is the truth and the honesty of this is, and I'm like, holy cow, I realized this and I'm like, wow. So we are not just going to be creating orchestration, like an orchestration system and guardrails for just these AI agents, which AI agents, by the way, are supposed to execute tasks, right? And they have that one task and we have those guardrails with that agent, and those are specific rules and constraints and things that we implement to make sure that they are regulated and that they have a reference of structure and guidance through our delegation. But this is the truth of this. We are building out an orchestration system of agents, meaning that we're creating an entire team, not just one person, not just one little member, but an entire team, meaning that we have to have guardrails for each individual agent, our relationship with each individual agent, our relationship with the not just the sub agents, but the orchestrator agent, and how we have to have guardrails in place for if things go out of control. And I'm not saying out of control like, oh my gosh, the world's going to end. But if guardrails are not implemented precisely and ruled out with understanding every single thing that could occur when we're implementing these types of processes and these tasks that we're giving roles, then there's a lot of gray area that we don't really know how to work around. And that's called the AI safari. We don't want to go there. This is a safari. Oh my gosh, I just realized that this is like a safari. Okay, this is the good safari. But we have to implement this with understanding that AI is very powerful and these systems are not to be messed around with or taken like a joke or lightly. When we're doing these prompts, we're going to make sure that we're doing everything with complete formality and structure so that if we have anything that, let's just say, we have an agent that we've built out, an entire role, a task, we have everything compliant wise, our guardrails, and we have that framework. We've implemented that. But let's just say the AI decides that there's something that's not ruled out. And it decides, well, you didn't specify this. This is not under those constraints. For example, we are going to be giving an agent a role for, let's just say, maybe for marketing, right? Let's just say a marketing strategist. We're going to give them access to creating emails. And we're also going to have the emails written up based off of what type of email template that we need to delegate that for and for that specific purpose. Well, in order to do that, we have to understand that, for example, a constraint or a guardrail that we would need to implement is something like you are not allowed to send an email without a human revising it, or things like that, because an email is information that's going to be distributed, right? Well, the AI, the agent, needs to understand that there are guardrails in place that prevent it from taking action without us, as far as the orchestrator, without human oversight, right? It needs to always have a human in the loop for every individual process. So we are kind of doing the impossible because we're building out this system. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. We've got a guide here, right? Oh, here's my stream. Which, I don't know why, guys, it says I'm offline still. It's okay. We'll fix this. We're gonna fix this. I also have a Discord channel as well that I would love, love, love for you guys to follow. It would be awesome so that we can connect and share and build together. Because, guys, I'm not an expert by any means. And I would love to see how each of you is building and how we can build better things and implement ideas and take these ideas and scale them and figure out how we're working around them, because they're not going to always go the right way. You want me to lie? No, I'm not going to. Told you I'm going to be completely transparent and honest about this. There's going to be times where we're going to be like, hey, we need to go into a Discord chat right now and talk about this. And I'm going to open this up. Oh, it says I'm going to switch audio. No, I'm not going to switch audio. It shouldn't switch audio. Okay. So I've got all of the pages here created. I wish it would just let me. Oh, I could continue in the browser. Yeah. That's very well. Okay. Just continue in the browser. Oh, man. Okay, so I did not. This is also something that we need to create an AI agent for. So my Discord page, right? As far as the app, I have to create another source for it. I need to just have the ability. We need to create an agent, guys, that is just going to be able to create an automatic source for that specific application and align it. That would be so cool. Okay, that might have to be a whole nother series. Because I feel like the streaming is another, like, what defines content creation for us? That's another thing we have to think about, because social media is so large. There's so many things in it to cover. And we're going to learn this together. I'm like, holy cow. You know, there's so many things that we have to understand to implement and learn and to build together. And wow, we have a lot to cover. And, you know, I'm excited for this though, because it's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. And like I said, complete transparency. So it's going to be cool because you guys are going to see live how we're building this, how we're doing this. And it's going to be awesome. We're going to build this and who knows what we're going to be doing. Let's see if I can. How do I get the chat back up? Oh my gosh, you guys. So we're figuring this out, like I said, right? Stream. We're going to. How do we put that back? That's okay. This is the beauty of it, is we log these issues and then we have a reference guide as far as each area that has the most problems, right? So we're going to say that streaming, these are the bottlenecks that we're having for content creators. The stream setup is a pain in the butt. We're not loving that. I've got the chat here, but holy cow, there's so many things that I'm like, I didn't even realize that. I didn't even think about that. And how do I put that back? Like, how do I put that back? So, how do I even see? Oh my gosh, you guys. Holy cow. So yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. This is definitely a bottleneck for sure. We are looking at the stream setup right now. And how are we going to get the chat back? Because the chat disappeared. Pop-up chat. Oh man. These are definitely things that I think we really have to figure out. I mean, like a pre-stream setup would be absolutely crucial in this. I think it's super duper important. Because guess what? What the heck? I lost the chat. And that's okay. That's okay. We're building this and implementing this, and it's a learning experience for all of us, right? Live chat. Okay. Guys, how do we... I'm just going to literally say, guys, we need... Oh my gosh, I need to spell that right. We need a stream chat, a stream manager, AI agent. Who agrees? Yeah. I definitely think so. Yes. Because I think that, for example, I lost the chat and I can't get it back. That's okay though. Yes, sending message to see if chat pops up. It doesn't. No. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. So we're going to log that for sure. A stream setup and the streaming multiple channels live. I think that in itself could be extremely helpful and valuable, because I don't know why, for example, my entire live stream for Twitch never went live. What? We definitely need a stream agent for that. That's 100%. I'm trying to see how I can, let's see. Let me see. Can I go to YouTube Studio? Maybe. I am live. Okay. Content. Isn't there a stream manager? Bruh. Okay. Well. Yeah, we're definitely building a freaking content agent, because this is not very well. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea how to get the chat back. Wow. So does anybody know how to get the chat back? I'm looking at the YouTube chat right now, but it's not popping up. And I have no idea how to get back. What about, I wonder if I stop broadcasting and start again, if it will pop up. No, because then it's gonna end the video. Okay, so we'll note that we need to have an AI agent for stream setup and going live. I think that it's the initial setup that's the number one that is the difficult problem, right? It's the one that everyone struggles with because you've not done it before, or you've got multiple channels you're streaming to. And I think that in itself is a lot. So we'll definitely note that. But yeah, I've got the channel here, but it's not. It's literally not. It's not popping up the chat. Okay, so what I could do is I could just keep this. Man. That's not the best. So guys, I think I can't put the chat up again. Does anybody know how to do this? You know what? I have the best idea right now. Let's literally ask AI. Okay. So we're going to ask specifically, how do I add a chat stream from my live broadcasting that was appearing in OBS? Oh my gosh. In my live stream on screen back to my screen in OBS. On YouTube. Okay, let's see what it says. Okay. I swear, this is... So it says click docs when you open OBS. Bring the YouTube chat doc back and say, how do I do that? Okay, let's see. Open OBS, click docs or view docs. Okay. So, where is docs? Okay. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We'll get there. So we need to go to your live stream in YouTube Studio. Okay, so we need to go to our live stream here. Open the chat panel. Okay, click the three dots. Got it. Pop out chat. Okay, copy URL. OBS, go to view. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Let's see. So it popped out. Oh my gosh, you guys. I told you complete transparency. So I did not prepare any of this because I was like, no, we're going to do this completely. I think that's the best part of it is because there's complete transparency. I'm very honest about this and we're learning as we go. So we're doing this and who knows how insane this is going to get, guys. Okay, so we're going to the pop-out chat. We click the URL and OBS, go to view. Okay, view, got it. And open multi-view. Docs, okay. Now we are going to, oh, you guys, I got it. Oh wait, that's not it. My bad. I'll go to chat. Okay. So now, can we put it in there? Like what is going on? Can you guys see this? Okay. So custom browser doc. Okay. Here we go. We'll say YouTube chat. And paste it. Okay. Did it bring it in? Okay. Okay, we're gonna do chat overlay. Pop up chat. And so I did that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Complete transparency. I could, you know what? This is the reality of it. I very easily could have just... Hi, here. Thank you. Appreciate that. Right now, we're trying to figure out how to put the chat back in because we're going to build an AI agent to handle the stream management. But I'm learning this with complete transparency, guys. So we need to create a chat too on screen. You can't hear me? Oh no. Hello? Oh no, you can't hear me? No. Oh my gosh, you can't hear me? Shoot. Okay. Why am I not able to access this? So wait, Marina, you can't hear me? Shoot. That is not good. Hold on. Bottlenecks. These are definite things. The stream process and setup to get any type of content, first of all, to display accurately in that specific position location is a pain. And then there's also the fact that the specific streaming content that you have available, how do you manage all of that and the chat and the overlays with also displaying it? So I think this is actually really good to go through this because, like I said, we're all learning this together. Okay. Is it working? Okay, is it better? How is it now? Guys, do we have audio? Do we have audio? Okay. Do we have audio? Oh, you can. Oh, shoot. Okay. This is the beauty of it, is there's going to be so many, especially in the beginning, because we're figuring this out. Negative. Oh, no. Oh, no. Shoot. Oh, no, guys. Okay. Well. Still? Ugh. Okay. So let's look at this. What is the issue here? This is not good. Still no audio? Oh, man. Oh, no. That's not... Okay. Do we still... No! How? No, this is not good. Really? No. Shoot. Okay. So I'm going to log this for sure as an issue. So let's look and see what's going on. It's interesting because... Yeah, good point. Let's see. The mic seems to be working. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Huh. The mic has... The mic has an audio. Good idea. Yes. Oh. Okay. All right, guys. I am going to reconnect because I'm not getting audio. So I will be right back. Actually,